tried any of the Becca, it's not going to be a long, I cannot talk. If you guys have not tried the Becca shimmering skin if you guys not haven't, wait, recommend, so if, so unnecessary. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Becca Champagne Glow Palette. It is so beautiful. When I first got it was a lot bigger than I thought, and I thought that was so awesome because when you look at videos and pictures of products, you don't actually know how big it is unless you get out a ruler and you kind of make the shape of the dimensions. Right now, this palette is actually available on Sephora. If you do want to purchase this palette, I do recommend going to Sephora.com and adding it to your cart and getting it today, tomorrow, whatever, because they don't have a lot to sell. I kind of just wanted to make a video on how I use this palette. I know a lot of people aren't liking the blushed copper shade, but it's so beautiful. You don't necessarily need to wear it as a highlight. I usually like to use it as either like a really shimmery bronzer or just a blush overlay. You can use all of these shades no matter what skin tone you have. So I really want to show you guys kind of like how I use it on a daily basis and kind of tips and tricks that you can do in order to use all of these colors. So then you can kind of utilize all of the colors. Use it the right way, it'll give you such a nice illumination to the skin. If you want to know how I use this little gem, just keep watching. Let me just pin up these hairs. I don't have any other face makeup on besides my foundation, concealer, and the powder to set my foundation and concealer. So first I'm going to go in with the NARS Stephen Klein One Shocking Moment palette just to kind of add some bronzer so you guys can kind of see what it looks like with everything else on the face. So I'm just going to go in with the shade Laguna right here. And this is on the Real Techniques multitask brush. So I'm just going to go in the 3 motion. So from the top of my forehead, cheek, jawline. And then I'm going to go in with a blush from this palette as well. I'm just going to take this color right here, which is in the shade Luster. No. Wait, how does this go? Yeah, I guess it's Luster. Everything on the back, it's like upside down, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the shade right here. I always make this face when I do my blush. Why? We're going to go into the Becca Champagne Glow palette. Glow. And this has such a large mirror. I love it. And then it comes with these 3 shades. This is the shade Pearl, Champagne Pop, and Blushed Copper right over here. If you guys haven't tried any of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, I really recommend picking up this palette. Ah! Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I was saying. Zoe started barking and it scared me. These all are limited edition shades. So that's another thing. Like if you want this palette, I just wouldn't wait or think about it. Put it on your Christmas list. See if you can get it early for Christmas. It's not going to be around for much longer, so if you are weighing the odds, I would just get it. These shimmering skin perfectors are so amazing. I love Becca products. I think their line is fantastic. I stand by their makeup 1000%. They're so buttery, so smooth, so pigmented. So Pearl is more of like that white highlight, and then Champagne Pop is more of like that peachy gold, and then the Blush Copper is more of like that brown red kind of color. First, going to start off with Blushed Copper, and for that I like to use a duo fiber brush. This is just a random one from Rite Aid. Their brushes are actually really amazing. They're super durable and they last for such a long time, and they're really soft. So I'm just going to use a little duo fiber brush like that. I'm just going to tap it in. You don't want to like swipe it because these are so pigmented and so buttery smooth that you're going to pick up way too much product and it's just going to look really muddy and just awkward. So I recommend just tapping your brush in there and then tapping off the excess, and I like to put it right on the apples of my cheeks first. going in like circular motions and then kind of bringing it back. I also like to place blushed copper on my temples to kind of give it more of an illumination, kind of on top of where we put the bronzer. Not a lot either, just like a little touch. That is everything I like to do with blush copper. And then I go in with a fan brush. This is also from Real Techniques. And I pick up Champagne Pop. Now, you can mix these two together. They look beautiful together. I usually like to use Champagne Pop first. And then just put a little bit of Pearl on the very high points. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a little bit of Champagne Pop. Again, a little bit goes a really long way. And then I'm just going to place this all over the top of my cheeks. And I also like to put Champagne Pop on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and in the middle of my forehead. Then I'll take the same fan brush and I'll go into Pearl, tap that off, and then I'll put this literally right here. And then with Pearl, I like to do this a lot of times when I'm not wearing any makeup, just to make my skin look super illuminated. I'll take Pearl and any kind of like flat brush, and I'll do the inner corners like this. Like that. And that is how I use this little palette. Also use these as eyeshadows. You don't have to limit the use on these little guys, but that's how I use the entire palette. Because I want to make sure I use all of the colors because they're there, why not? And I literally love blushed copper. I think it's so pretty to just throw on the apples of the cheeks and call it a day because it's so illuminated and it looks subtle. Don't put too much because if you do, it's going to look muddy and just awkward. But that's how I use this palette. I absolutely love it. I love anything that Becca creates. Literally. It's just so amazing. So if you do want to pick up this palette, go to Sephora.com right now and add it to your cart and you will not regret it. That completes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave comments down below on how you use your Becca palette. I would love to hear them. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later.